Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What we have discussed in the last class, we have started, I think, two-dimensional matrix, right?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a minute. Let me share the screen first. Is the screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the last class, we have started two-dimensional matrix. I have given you matrix.
Ma'am, your
Have
voice
you
is
done it?
breaking. Voice is breaking, ma'am.
My voice is
No, not
just
audible.
a minute. Okay, just a minute. Hold on. Now is my voice is breaking?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, it is fine.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we are discussing two-dimensional matrix in the last class. We are discussing about addition of two matrices. Have anyone tried this one to add two matrix?
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let this is my matrix one. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is my matrix 2. Now let my values of the matrix 2 are 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So if we are going to add these two matrix, now let here the name of the matrix is A and here the name of the matrix is B. So how we are going to do it? How we are going to
And
add
we add the
these two
corresponding.
matrices and we are going to throw. हाँ. So हम क्या करेंगे बताओ तो? How we are going to add it?
और एक मैट्रिक्स डिक्लेयर करेंगे और वहाँ पे स्टोर करेंगे.
वहाँ पर स्टोर करेंगे. तो मैक्स ए रो नंबर यहाँ पर जो भी वैल्यू है इन रो 0 and column 0 it will be added with matrix B. इसका क्या add होगा? How the general
मैम
addition will be just tell me. What will be added with?
मैम योर
Yes,
वॉइस इज ब्रेकिंग.
my voice is breaking again.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
यस मैम नेटवर्क स्लो.
I think just network issue. Is my voice is breaking again?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
audible
Yes, ma'am.
clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, voice breaking.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
ma'am. Not clearly.
Am I audible to you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Voice is breaking again.
Again,
It
it
is
was
again
breaking,
breaking.
ma'am. Yeah,
I
ma'am.
think some network issue is there. Anyone is saying something?
Now it's fine.
Okay. Okay, you just okay. So as we are doing addition of two matrices, so just tell me how we are going to add this to matrix.
Now
How
we
we are
will
going
write
to?
Ma'am,
another.
ma'am,
हाँ बोलो.
we add element of same location of two different arrays.
So we are going to add now here row 1, the value at row 1 and row 0 and column 0 of A matrix will get added with the row 0 and column 0 of the
B
Second
matrix.
matrix.
second matrix. So here we are going to add 1 plus 1 and here it will be 2 plus
2 plus
and
1.
this one will be 3 plus 1.
3 plus 1.
Then 4 plus 2, here 5 plus 2, 6 plus 2. This one is 7 plus 3, 8 plus 3 and 9 plus 3. So if this is my row is indicated by the I and the column value will be indicated by the J. So how we are going to write the loop?
For I and
I
I is
equals
equal
to
to 0.
I is less than 3, then
I plus plus.
I plus plus. Within the I loop, which loop I need to write?
J loop.
J
J
loop.
is equals to 0. J is less than 3. As again we are having three columns. J plus plus. So here C I J it will be updated with
Is equal to Aij plus Bij.
plus B I J. Okay. So when my I value is 0, J value will go from 0 to I का वैल्यू जब 0 होगा J कहाँ से कहाँ तक जाएगा
0 to
0 से
2.
2 तक जाएगा. So for first I value is 0, it will add three column values. Okay. Then my I value will be updated with 1. Again J will run from 0 to 2. So next we are going to find these values. Again I value will be updated with 2. Then J will be again from 0 to 0, 1 and 2. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here I is 0 and my J value is 0. Just check for this one. Now the C value is 0, 0, which is equals to A00 plus B00. When my I value is 0, J value is 1. तो ये कौन सा value store होगा? 0, 1. Now this one is 0, 0. This one is 0, 1. This one is 0, 2. So ये कितना हो गया? A01 plus B01. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how we are going to add two matrices. Now next question, write down. Have you noted it down? This part?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a
Okay.
second, ma'am.
Those who have not written it, those who have not written it, just write it down. Over?
No, ma'am.
Have you noted it down?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay. Once completed, just tell me. I will move to the next part.
Noted, ma'am.
Okay. So I am clearing the screen. Next step is to find the sum of columns and row of a matrix. Okay. Let this one is my matrix. Now let the matrix is of size 3 cross 3. If I am going to find sum of so row का
Ma'am, your
sum
voice is
निकलना
breaking
है
too much.
means I need to find.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking too much.
Is my voice is breaking again?
Now it's not
No, ma'am,
breaking.
it's fine.
Now it's not breaking.
Now it is not breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think some network issue is there. Okay. Let me know when my voice is breaking. Now, in order to find the sum of the column and row of a matrix. Okay. Now let a matrix is 3 cross 3. These are the elements of the matrix 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to find the sum of the row. तो रो का सम निकालेंगे तो हम लोगों को क्या क्या ऐड करना पड़ेगा? Which things we need to add it up?
Columns 2, 3, 4 for first row.
So we are going to add 2 plus 3 plus 4. So next we are going to add 5 plus 6 plus 7. Next we are going to add 8 plus 9 plus 10. So how we are going to rate it? Let I am going to initialize a variable row sum or sum row is equals to 0. Then for I n I is equals to 0 is less than
Ma'am, voice breaking, ma'am.
why
Voice is breaking a lot, ma'am.
Again, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
okay, I'm just logging out again, log in back. Just wait for a minute, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Just wait for a minute. Again, I am rejoining.
Okay, ma'am. एक बजे के बाद
Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Voice is breaking again, ma'am. I think.
My voice is
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
check again. It is breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Still speaking.
Yes, ma'am. It is still breaking.
It's still breaking. Check your internet connection. Some network issue is there today.
Screen is also not visible, it's black output.
Screen is also not visible.
Now it is visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, the screen is visible,
Now
ma'am.
it is visible. Clicking on
No.
your screen.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
It is visible,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am. Now visible.
but not clearly audible sometimes.
But sometimes I'm not clearly audible, right? Okay, just manage today's class. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So I think some network issue is there from my end. Okay, just manage the class, today's class. Okay, I am just going to do the program in the Eclipse. Okay, just check it. When you have doubt, you can ask me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now check to find the sum of the columns and the row. Mihika has already sent me the um, program. Okay, all of you check it. So here, if I'm going to find the sum of the row, now let I'm going to take a variable row sum, or you can take sum row. I have initialized it to 0. ये set कर देंगे 0 को. Now start with the loop value for I equals to 0. Now here I value कितना होगा? I less than 3. As how many rows are there? We have 3 rows, so I is less than 3. I plus plus. Okay. So here for int j is equals to 0. J is again less than 3. यहाँ पर columns कितना है? How many columns are there?
Three.
3 columns are there. So j is
Three
less than
columns.
3. 3. So j is less than 3. So here I am going to write sum row is equals to, as we have already set sum row को कितना set कर चुके हैं? 0. So sum row plus a I j. Okay. Now check. I am clearing this part. I is equals to 0. Now 0 is less than 3. The condition here is true. We will start with the J loop. J is 0. 0 less than 3. Condition is true. Sum कितना होगा? What will be the value now? 0 plus A 0 0. So what is the value at A 0 0?
2.
2. Okay. Again my J loop will be updated. J is equals to 1. So 1 less than 3. My condition here is true. So sum row it is equals to अब sum row में कितना store है? 2. 2 plus कितना हो
2,
जाएगा? 2 plus
3,
2 plus 3. Again my J value will be updated to 2. 2 less than 3. Condition is true. So sum row it will be equals to 5 plus 5 plus
4.
4. And this one is 9. So here can I write the print statement? Println sum of rows is equals to sum row. Over. Is, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now again check when my J value is 3. Now 3 less than 3 condition क्या हो गया? What is the condition here? Condition false. As the condition is false, we are coming out of the inner J loop. Okay, we are coming out of the inner J loop. I का value कितना update होगा? What will be the value of I now?
1.
1.
So the value of I is 1. So if the value of I is 1, 1 less than 3 condition here is true. तो J कहाँ से शुरू होगा? What will be the value of J?
0.
0. My voice is still breaking.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So J value is 0. Now 0 less than 3. Condition here is true. अभी रो सम आई एम जस्ट इरेजिंग दिस पार्ट. अब मेरा रो सम रो में कितना है? 9 है. आई एम जस्ट इरेजिंग दिस पार्ट. Okay. So now sum row is equals to sum row plus A 1 and J value here is 0. Okay. So what is the value in sum row? Sum row में कितना value है? What is the value in
9.
sum row? 9 है. तो 9 plus कितना हो
9.
जाएगा? 9 plus 5 हो
5.
जाएगा.
5.
Isn't it? 9 plus 5 हो जाएगा. लेकिन अपना आंसर कितना आना चाहिए? 0 plus 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting my point?
Yes,
यहाँ
ma'am.
पर 9 plus 5 आ जा रहा है. लेकिन अपना कितना आना चाहिए? 0 plus 5. Okay. So where I will change the part so that we will get 0 plus 5.
पहला लूप के बाद सम 0 कर देंगे.
हाँ. यहाँ पर फिर से हम लोग सेट कर देंगे sum row is equals to 0. After we completed the J loop, I value update हो जाएगा 1 को and sum row will be updated to कितना हो जाएगा?
0.
0. You check the code. I am doing the code. You check it. For I equals to 0, here I less than 3. Again, I will update I plus plus. For int j is equals to 0, j is less than 3 and j value is updated j plus plus. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? Row is equals to row plus the name of the matrix here is mat I. Next one is your j. Is it correct?
Like one minute.
Okay. So here I am going to write the println statement system.out.println. Sum of the row is here. Inner loop will closes. This one is the outer loop. ये outer loop के लिए है. This one is for main function and this one is for the class. Now when I will run the code, check what is the error I will find out. So here I have entered the value 1, 2, 3. Next value is 4, 5, 6. Next value is 7, 8, 9. So check what is the answer here you are getting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, Guru, what is the matrix here is 1, 2, 3. The next value is, what is the next element?
4, 5.
Okay. So the next elements are 4, 5, 6. So sum of the row elements पहला answer क्या है? Is it right? The first answer is correct.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
But what for the second answer? Second answer is it correct? यहाँ पर कितना आना चाहिए? 10, 15. लेकिन आंसर कितना आया है तुम्हारा?
20.
What is the answer here? 21. So क्या हो रहा है? 6 plus 15 कितना है?
21.
21. So in order to change that value, here we need to reinitialize some row is okay. Again, run the code. Now check you are getting the correct answer. Okay. So in order to find the sum of the row element, what we need to add the row value. सो कॉलम के लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे, व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द कॉलम वैल्यू? क्या होगा? एनीवन? To find the sum of the column?
मैट आई जे है उसको मैट जे आई करने से।
हाँ, करके देखो तो। हाँ, mat ji. So here I am again writing the same code.
एंड फॉर आई हमारा रो के साथ कॉलम के साथ कंपेयर होगा।
हाँ, यहाँ पर column. Okay. So instead of row, here we are going to write another variable column. And what is the change here we are going to make? ये 0 0 होता है, 0 0 0 1 and 0 2. लेकिन हम लोग को क्या निकालना है? 0 0 1 0 and 2 0. तो इसको क्या करेंगे? What we need to write here? Am I audible to all of you? So in order to find the sum of the column, रो के लिए हम लोग लिखते थे 0 0 plus 0 1 plus 0 2 in order to find the sum of the column. So what we need to write? यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा? 0 0 plus 1 0 plus
2 0
2 0. So यहाँ पर क्या करेंगे? We just need to make one change. यहाँ पर I की जगह यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा?
जे
यार I, हाँ, I का वैल्यू 0 है, so I का वैल्यू 0 यहीं पर आएगा. And the value that is changing is this one. रो नंबर चेंज हो रहा है, तो I की जगह J हो जाएगा and J की जगह it will be I. Okay, so here we have make a small change and check what is the output. Take the same input value. Are you getting the result? देखो, 1 plus 4 plus 7, what will be the answer? 1 plus 4 plus 7, यहाँ पर आंसर कितना आएगा?
12.
12. So here but 2 plus 5 plus 8. So what is the answer here?
15
15. And this one 3 plus 6 plus 9. Here what will be the answer?
18.
18. Okay. So note down this two part. How we are going to find the sum of the row elements and sum of the column elements. Are you noting it down?
yes ma'am.
Okay. Over. Have you all completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
My,
ma'am.
okay, my voice is still breaking.
No,
No,
ma'am, you are.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, my next question here is, so let my matrix is this one. It is a 4 cross 4 matrix. So here we need to find the sum of the diagonal elements. So how we are going to find out the sum of the diagonal elements? Anyone having any idea how to find out the sum of the diagonal elements?
I is equal to J.
So what are the diagonal? Yes, I equals to j. So what are the diagonal elements here?
I equal to J and
Huh.
5
What are
and
the diagonal elements in this matrix? 1. Next one is your
5,
5,
5,
15.
then
5,
5,
10,
10, 15,
10,
15,
10.
10,
Okay,
15.
so just write down the code to find out the sum of the diagonal elements and share the screen or send me the screenshot. Okay,
and ma'am, one more.
just do it
If
quickly. Yes.
I plus J is equal
Yeah.
to the number of rows or column.
I plus j is
4
equals
minus
to
I
That
and
other diagonal for that other
4
diagonal.
minus I and 4 minus J
5, 6, 9, and
okay. Okay,
for
you do
the
it. Whatever you know, you just do it. You do and share me the screenshot. Okay, we will discuss it. Okay, to find the sum of the diagonal elements. Occurs. It is also correct occurs. I equals to j or I plus j is equals to n minus 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
occurs as written. This one is also correct. Okay, if I equals to j or I plus j is equals to n minus 1. Okay, you can go with either of it. Okay, or you can go with this one. Anyone who have done? Anyone else who have completed? Shubham?
Yes, ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay. Others. Pranav? Pranav, have you completed? Okay. Just do it quickly. We will move to the next type of matrix, that is the different number of columns in each row. Yes, Mihika. Mihika, you are correct. Yash. Yes, you are also correct here. What you have written, I equals to 0. Yes, you are correct also. Yes, you are correct. Okay, another yes. This is again another one. In a single loop, you can also compute it. I less than 4, I plus plus. यहाँ पर क्या करोगे? और sum is equals to sum plus I. Okay, Shubham. Shubham, here you write single equals to, not single equals to. Okay, you are going to write single equals to, it will become assignment operator. Shubham, anyone else who have completed? Haris, Kamru,
Working on it.
okay. Do it quickly. We will move to the next program. Yes. Yes, you are correct. Haris, you are correct. Akanksha. Akanksha here. J equals to. Okay. Here you have written Akanksha I, isn't it? There is no need if you are going to take I, then you don't need to take the J loop. Okay. If you are going with the J loop, then there you need to write IJ. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can remove the J loop also.
Okay, ma'am.
Then anyone else who have done it? Otherwise, I am writing here the code. Int I is equals to 0. I is less than 4. Here I plus plus. I can go with another loop. Or int j is equals to 0. J is less than 4. J plus plus. So declare a variable int sum. Set it to 0 as we are going to find out the sum of the diagonal elements. So if I value is equals to 0, जहाँ पर I का value j के साथ same होगा, there we are going to find out the sum. Sum is equals to sum plus, let the matrix name here is mat. So sum plus mat I, sum plus I, and this one is j. Okay, are you clear? Pranav. Yes, Pranav,
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
correct. Okay. And rest of you, are you clear with this one?
Ma'am, what
Rest
is
of you, are
I
you?
plus j equals
Yes.
to n minus 1?
Yes.
Ma'am, what is n?
I
N
plus
minus
j.
1. Yeah.
What is n? n क्या है बोलो? If n is the number of rows and columns of the matrix. Okay. If n is the total number of rows and columns of the matrix. So here what is the value of n? In this case, what is the value of n?
8.
8 होगा. Number of row matrix का size कितना है? How many rows are there?
4.
Here, how many rows are there? 4. So what will be the value of n here?
4 plus.
4 होगा.
Okay, ma'am.
So it is I plus j. So it is n means here 4. Okay. N minus 1. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If n is the is equals to n minus 1, where n is the number of rows or and columns in the matrix. Okay. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. All of you, have you noted it down the code to find the diagonal elements, some of the diagonal elements? I need to complete it quickly because we are going to start with class and object. Should I move to the next program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here my next question is to create one ragged array. Ragged array. Have you ever heard about this term? Ragged array?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
क्या है बताओ तो? What is it?
When an array contains another array of different sizes. For example, if an array of size 4 is containing an array of size 5 and another array of size 6, another array of size 7, something like this.
Okay, so it is also known as ragged array or jagged array. So those who are not aware of this one, ragged array, it is a way of two-dimensional matrix where you have a number of rows. Let my number of rows here is 2. But in each row we have different number of, क्या होगा? In each row we have different number of column. So if in row 0 we have 2 column, in row 1 let we have 3 columns, and in row 2 let we have how many columns?
4.
4 columns. So this type of matrix is basically known as your ragged array, where each row will have different number of column. Are you clear? It is known as your ragged array or jagged array. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now here we are going to create one ragged array. एक ragged array बनाएंगे, and let here in that array we have 2 rows are there and 2 rows are there, and in each row the column is 3. In first row we have column 3 and in second row we have column 2. So how we are going to create it? Just check the code. int a is equals to new int 2. So here I am specifying the number of rows. But look here, I am not specifying the number of columns. मैं column कितना लूंगी वो specify नहीं कर रही हूँ. But here I am specifying the number of rows. So A का in A matrix 0. So 0 indicates which row number?
Row number
0 row. पहला row. ओके पहला रो में हम लोग कॉलम कितना लेंगे? हियर आई एम राइटिंग न्यू int 3. सो इन रो 0 कितना कॉलम देंगे? 3 columns. Okay, and in row 1, how many columns here I am going to provide? Let here I am writing 2. तो कितना कॉलम होगा? 2 columns हो गया. So how we are going to take the input for this case? For int I it is equals to 0. I is less than a dot length. So as it is an integer array, यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या लिए हैं? A dot length I plus plus. Similarly, for j equals to 0, j is less than a of I. तो I 0 हो गया तो ये क्या हो गया? A of 0. A of 0 में क्या specify है? What is the value here? 3. So it will go for a of 0 dot length j plus plus. We will put the value. A ij is equals to sa dot next int. Check this one, how it is taking the value. I equals to 0. Now my I value is 0. What is the j value? J value is also 0. Okay, now here j is less than a0 as I value is 0 dot length. तो a0 का length कितना है? What is the length of the 0 row? यहाँ पर कितना लिखा गया है? 3. a0 का लेंथ कितना है? 3 है. So a0 dot length. So a0 dot length मतलब j is less than 3. Okay. So a 0 0 as j value here is 0. So 0 is less than 3. Condition is true. You can put login. Are you clear? How it is taking the value? Now j is updated to 1. So फिर हो गया j less than a0 dot length. मतलब ये 3 ही है. So next value will be stored in 0 1. Again j value will be updated to 2. तो value next item कहाँ पर store होगा? j less than 3. तो a0 and this value will be 2. Are you clear or I will again explain it? समझ में आया कि फिर से बताओ?
The j part I didn't get. I is equal to 0, j
Okay.
is less than a of 0, that part.
Okay. Check here. What is the I value?
Ma'am, 0.
I is 0.
Yes, ma'am.
A dot length. तो A का length कितना है? How many rows are there?
2 rows. 3.
2 rows are there.
2 rows, yes, ma'am.
2 rows are there. So for यहाँ पर I equals to 0 हो गया. I less than कितना हो जाएगा? 2. I plus plus हो गया.
Yes,
सही
ma'am.
है ना ये? Next J. J equals to कितना है? 0 है.
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ पर क्या लिखा गया है? J less than A of I. I का वैल्यू अब 0 होगा तो यहाँ पर कितना हो जाएगा?
0 हो जाएगा. Yes, ma'am.
0 डॉट लेंथ. तो A0 डॉट लेंथ कितना हो गया? A0 में कितना लेंथ है?
3.
3. तो ये कहाँ तक जाएगा? जे लेस देन 3।
3 था। यस मैम।
जब I का वैल्यू कितना हो गया, 0 हो गया।
0 हो गया।
When I value is 1, जब I का वैल्यू 1 होगा, J लोग क्या होगा, J equals to 0, J less than A of 1 dot length।
यस मैम।
ओके, तो A 1 में कितना है लेंथ,
2।
2। सो जब I का वैल्यू 0 है, मतलब रो 0 के लिए मेरा कॉलम कितना कॉलम है,
3 कॉलम।
एंड 1 के लिए कितना कॉलम है,
2 कॉलम।
2 columns. So it is written in this order. Are you clear?
यस मैम।
Okay. So to print the output also we need to write this to loop. Output
यस
के
मैम।
लिए भी यही तो loop चाहिए। So I am removing this part in order to get the output. Check it here. Again, int I is equals to 0, I less than a dot length, I plus plus. Similarly, for j equals to 0, j is less than ai dot length, j plus plus। यहाँ पर क्या लिखोगे, प्रिंट एल ए आई j। आर यू क्लियर, आर यू क्लियर?
यस मैम।
Okay, just note it down. We will again continue this part in the next class. Are you noting it down?
यस मैम, डन।
Yes, ma'am.
Over all of you.
यस मैम।
Should I stop here? Over.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.